and welcome to Savannah Alalia TV, where you learn to listen to your intuition and create a life that you absolutely love. There are no gurus here because you are your own guru, and I am simply here to remind you to pay attention to the guru inside you. Unsure if you have a guru inside you? Trust me, you do. We all do. And when you learn to listen to that part of yourself, that is when magic happens in your life. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, and one of the most challenging ways is criticism. It's like a surprise pop quiz with no way to prepare. It can often trigger your instinctual defences, many times rooted in fear or insecurity. Such reactions can cast a shadow on your self-worth and block you from appreciating the potential growth hidden within a well-intended criticism. There's an enlightening perspective from one of the great minds of antiquity, Aristotle, who once said, "We can avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing." This pearl of wisdom reminds us that criticism, like the ebb and flow of tides, is a natural part of life. The only way to avoid completely being critiqued is to exist in a vacuum of inactivity, to live a life devoid of any action or words. But ask yourself, is that truly living? Is avoiding criticism worth the silence and the stagnation, the surrender of your potentiality to create, to express and to impact the world? It's inevitable that everyone and their dog is going to have an opinion. What's important is being able to liberate yourself from the stifling pursuit of perfectionism. Embrace the reality that no matter your actions, there will always be people with different views. This acceptance empowers you to stand tall amidst criticism without allowing it to define you. Here are some common reactions to criticism. Reflect for a moment. Do any of these resonate with you? 1. Taking it personally. One of the most common reactions is to take the criticism personally, tying the critique to one's self-worth or identity. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy or failure. 2. Defensiveness. This is another common response, and instead of being open to feedback, you instantly become defensive, trying to justify your behaviour. This can inhibit personal growth and strain relationships. 3. Retaliation. It can be easy to react to criticism by lashing out at the criticiser, often with a cutting jibe of your own. This reaction is often instinctual and emotional rather than thoughtful, and can escalate conflict unnecessarily. 4. Avoidance. You may choose to avoid the person who criticised you or avoid the situation entirely. This could involve physically distancing yourself or emotionally withdrawing, which can prevent resolution and personal growth. There is one exception to this, which we're going to cover in a moment. 5. Overanalysis. Now this bit involves obsessing over the comment, repeatedly thinking about it and analysing it from every single angle and letting it consume your thoughts. This can lead to stress, anxiety and a lack of focus on other important areas. 6. Self-blame. You might internalise negative feedback to the point where you blame yourself excessively, leading to low self-esteem. 7. Generalisation. Here you might take a piece of a specific criticism and generalise it to all areas of your life, thinking, I always mess it up, or I can never do anything right. Another less talked about but incredibly important side effect that comes from holding on to criticism is the creation of thought knots in your body. These are the places where your fascia becomes physically stuck from these negative thoughts. By learning to handle criticism, you will find it easier to keep your body pain-free. You can leave a comment below if this is resonating with you, or if you have any questions about fascia release. So how do you approach your initial negative instinctual responses? And how can criticism become a path to personal growth? Drum roll please. Welcome to the 3 R's. Reflect, reframe and reveal. This method is in no way a quick fix, but a gentle process of transformation that leads to deeper self-awareness and empowerment. Reflect. The first R stands for reflect, and this is a call to pause and self-observe. When others judge you, emotions can surge like black clouds, obscuring your thoughts. The power of reflection lies in your ability to quieten the storm, allowing you to clearly see through the fog of your reactions. Now, when criticism comes your way, take a deep breath and observe your feelings without judgment. What emotions are you experiencing? Is it disappointment, anger, embarrassment? Just recognise them and let them be. This self-awareness is the first step towards navigating criticism in a healthier way. Reframe. This stage is about shifting your perspective from instinctive defensiveness to open-minded curiosity. Criticism is neutral. It's the lens through which you view it that makes it appear threatening. Reframe encourages you to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can it help me grow? By seeking constructive elements in a situation, you can transform it into an opportunity for self-improvement. This reframing can alter your relationship with all types of feedback, and by extension, it can reinforce your self-worth. Next, reveal. The final R stands for reveal. Having reflected on your emotions and reframed your perspective, it's time for you to do some revealing insights about yourself. What patterns of thought or behaviour led to the criticism in the first place? How do others' opinions connect to your self-worth? This has nothing to do with self-blame, but instead it serves to unveil truths about yourself that may have been previously hidden. This process of revelation can sometimes be uncomfortable, but it is also immensely liberating. It's like clearing away the foggy mirrors so that you can see your true reflection. Now, let's go back to that one exception that I mentioned earlier, because watch out for this. Sometimes people are being deliberately critical to goad or bait you into a reaction. This is a common situation with narcissists or serial manipulators. Any rational or emotional response from you is likely to trigger further criticism from these types of people. So in this case, protect your peace by removing yourself completely from the interaction and reinforcing your boundaries where possible. As the fabulous Dita Von Teese aptly put it, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be somebody who hates peaches. The most important thing is to understand and accept the criticism without internalizing it or letting it impact your self-worth or sense of identity. Criticism, instinctual reactions, self-worth, they're all pieces of the puzzle that is you, and as you reveal these truths, remember to be compassionate towards yourself. Self-discovery is a journey filled with peaks and valleys, but every single step brings you closer to a state of free from fear and judgment. Instead, you'll find the freedom to express yourself, make your mark in the world, and be your authentic self. And that is where the magic lies in this authentic living. If the idea of a life without criticism resonates with you, then be sure to look out for my upcoming blog, Fight Gently. How to stop criticising using the 3 R's to continue your journey. And just as a reminder, my door, or rather my inbox, is always open for your questions, thoughts, or if you just fancy a chat. Just pop a message in and I'll be there, armed with my virtual cup of tea and a big smile. Remember, trust your instincts, follow your intuition because the world needs your voice and the magic it brings to us all. Jump on my mailing list to stay reminded and connected with your intuition, plus some special things that I only share in email. I look forward to chatting with you next time on Savannah Alalia TV. Take care and talk soon. This stage is about shifting your perspective. So sorry. This is where I need my drumsticks. Don't know why songs are coming right now.